In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to replace the passenger side window regulator on a Mk6 Fiesta. So yeah guys, the reason for doing this is because naturally my passenger window does not roll down. And the reason for that is because the regulator has gone. The difference in the motor and the regulator going, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes, but one of the easiest ways is the window still moving up and down a little bit until obviously mine completely jammed. The cables inside this mechanism, they fray and they like wrap around themselves, and then basically it sounds like a crunching. So like a as the window tries to go, and eventually it will jam itself because the cables will just be wrapped together. I've like secured mine in place with a cable tie. So yeah, basically I've got to take the door card off, the window down and out, and then replace this and put it all back together, and hopefully it should work. If the motor's also gone, then that'll be a different job, but that's not as hard to do as this because it's simply taking the door off and the motor's there. So first of all, let's take the door card off and actually get to it.
First, remove this small piece of trim by simply pulling it off, and next do the same with the piece of plastic around the door handle, and unplug the window wiring loom. Using a Torx bit, undo the two screws holding the door handle on, and then you can pull the door handle off. Using a small screwdriver, remove the small black cover inside the door handle pull, which will reveal a Phillips head screw. Now we can take the door card off. The easiest way is to pull from around the edges as it is pushed in place and hung on small plastic tabs at the top. Once off, unclip the door handle pull.
So guys, I thought I'd just explain a few things now we're inside the door card. This is the motor. It's got held on by 3 Torx bit screws. There's the plug for it. That's the speaker. This is the handle for the locking mechanism, and the actual regulator sits behind this plastic panel, which you've got to undo all these gold bolts with a 10mm. So we're going to do that now.
Now push the window down. There are 2 ways to do this. If it's broken like mine, it will move by itself. If yours still works, use the actual window buttons to roll it up and down until you see the white tabs appear in the hole cutouts in the door. There are 2, one at the front and one at the back. There is a small plastic tab you need to push through with a screwdriver to release the window from the mechanism. Be careful not to damage the glass, and it can be fiddly, but eventually you will be able to pull the window out from the door above. Now I've removed the motor so I can push the wiring through the door. You need to unhook the door card from the plastic mounting area near the back of the door frame. You'll find the only thing now holding the door on is the wiring loom clips.
And then guys, if you look, you should, once you've manhandled it off, be able to get to the actual mechanism here. There's a bolt down there, and bolt there, bolt there, and a bolt there. And that's pretty much it, just to get that regulator out. Right guys, so this is the old regulator, and you can see, like I said, what happens is the cables, they snap and they go all old and horrible, and then they just don't work anymore. Like, you know, it should run up around there, and it's just completely disintegrated. You know, it shouldn't be in 2 halves like that. So yeah, new one going back in should solve the issue.
Once you put the new one back on and screwed it down, it's simply time to refit. And like always, it's simply a repeat of what you just did, but in reverse. Thread the wiring loom back through if you unclipped it, remember it goes underneath the regulator. Then remount the reg to the door frame. Remember to pull the door handle mechanism back through. And once in place, slot the window back into the door and make sure it clips back onto the white clips. Then reattach the switches and make sure it works. You can then finally replace all the 10mm around the frame. Then reattach the door handle puller mechanism and push the door card back on, making sure to have all the clips pop back in place. Then re-screw on the door handles and make sure everything still works. Another simple, easy DIY job you can do at home on these Fiestas. Massive cost savings, and I encourage you to try it for yourself.
Right then guys, moment of truth. Does the passenger window roll down? Yes, it does. I do find mine doesn't roll up particularly with a lot of strength. We've got these wind deflectors. I've always found that it's a bit like sort of restricted, so just ignore that part about it. But no, I'm really happy with that because it's actually been quite a few months and I haven't been able to roll that window down, and I don't have aircon in this car, and in the summer it's been really hot, so having to rely just on the driver's side. So that's really nice that I can roll that down now. Really cheap and easy. I think it only costs about £30 on eBay for the part. I'll leave a link in the description for the bit. And yeah, not the worst thing in the world, just a bit fiddly. You don't really need a lot of tools, just a couple of screwdrivers will do. But yeah, something you can do on your driveway at home, and I'd encourage you to have it a go yourself because it's not the hardest thing in the world. Guys, that brings me to the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. I hope you found it fun and constructive. I hope you can do it yourself. Let me know if you have any more questions about it, and I can try and help you out over the internet. As always, guys, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content, and I will see you in my next video. Take care and keep enjoying your crusty, rusty modified cars.